A local mother says her pregnant teenager may be in danger. Another round of snow heading our way tomorrow. When and where to expect some tricky travel. Plus, when youth sports are returning in Minnesota. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening, everyone. A Dilworth mother is begging for help tonight as she hasn't seen or heard from her pregnant teenage daughter in nearly 2 weeks. Dilworth police say 17-year-old Kiera, who also goes by Kiki, was last seen on December 16th, and police say she could be with a man. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke with the teen's mother today, who says she's scared that her daughter is in danger. It's a story you'll only see here on Valley News Live.
I just want my daughter home. I just want to know that she is safe.
It's been 12 days since Missy Walsh has seen or heard from her daughter.
Her phone was laying there and she was gone.
Missy says she believes Kiera ran away to be with her 21-year-old boyfriend and the father to her unborn child. We're not naming him as he hasn't been charged with any crimes related to this incident or named by police. And Missy says a similar incident happened back when Kiera was only 14.
And she did run to be with the same person that I'm having a feeling she's with now, and he did hide her out. And they did harbor her.
Missy says while her pregnant daughter is technically labeled a runaway, she worries Kiera is in danger.
Because my oldest has heard him say that if you leave me when you have that baby, I'm going to come take that baby. He's toxic, he's controlling.
The man's court records do show a laundry list of criminal convictions, including burglary, unlawful possession of a firearm, and drugs. And Missy says on top of it all, her daughter has several mental health disorders and is without her meds, leaving Missy to only imagine the worst.
I still love her, I still care about her, and I still want her home.
In Dilworth, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Police described the teen as 5'5", 210 pounds with brown eyes and short brown hair. She also has tattoos on her arms and fingers and has a nose ring and 2 lip piercings. If you have any information, you're urged to call Dilworth Police at 218-287-2666. Well, to the forecast, parts of the day tomorrow are shaping up to be tricky for a lot of us. Hutch has a first look and what to expect the rest of this evening. Hutch?
We've been watching and tracking a storm that is working its way out of the central Rockies now into the central plains. It's already bringing some snow, and that snow is getting more intense. And it's basically along that I-80 corridor from Cheyenne and Highway or Interstate 76 through northeast Colorado to Kearney, Nebraska. That's going to lift into our area as we go into your Tuesday, and significant and measurable snow is on the way. Advisories are issued when we're expecting conditions to be wintry, but not necessarily life-threatening, as long as we all use some sensible precautions. There is warning conditions expected down in portions of Iowa and possibly southern Minnesota. Here's what we're looking for as far as snowfall potential with this system. A lot less toward the international border. Many of us getting 1 to 4 isolated areas, getting 3 to 6 inches in the heavier bands that do set themselves up. I'll have hour-by-hour details here in just a few moments, Stacy, about where we expect those heavier bands to set up and when, because the morning commute will not be impacted. It does look like it'll be more challenging as we go through the day. Details here in just a few minutes.
All right, Hutch, thanks so much. Well, hope is finally here for the next group of people to be vaccinated in the area. Eventide in Moorhead is the first long-term care facility in the metro to vaccinate its residents. The director of nursing at the facility tells us that hopefully this is a turning point for what's to come in 2021.
Nobody knows exactly, but we anticipate that there will be guidance that comes along with it. We do know that it takes a little bit for our immune system to build up and for that herd immunity.
Doses are also rolling in on the North Dakota side. A Mayville long-term care resident told us they're getting the vaccine this weekend. We have a COVID vaccine data dashboard keeping track of who's getting the doses on both sides of the river. To find that, just download our VNL News app and click on this story. The House has passed a measure to increase COVID stimulus checks for most Americans to $2,000. Just enough Republicans crossed the aisle today to get that act through the chamber. President Donald Trump had been urging Republicans to increase the $600 payments on the relief bill he signed yesterday. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell must decide whether to bring that measure to the Senate floor as a standalone bill. Here in North Dakota, many are left wondering how much the check will actually help. Rent alone for the average North Dakotan is more than $800 per month, meaning a $600 check would fail to cover that expense for single renters.
The first check was much more impactful than the second check, I would say, for North Dakota.
Families will see an additional $600 per dependent. Well, the wait is almost over for athletes in Minnesota. The state's Department of Health has given the go-ahead for sports to get restarted in January. They've been on pause since November 21st. January 4th is when practices can start. Competitions can begin 10 days later on January 14th. Alex will have more details for us later in sports. We also have a link posted to that complete release from the health department. Just find this story on our Valley News Live app. Well, still ahead tonight, people taking out their hatred of 2020 in an unusual way.
But next, we're going to talk about our chance of snow, when it starts, where it goes, and we'll have the details on how long the wintry weather sticks around. Details on a snowy Tuesday forecast are straight ahead.